I will come back again to another video lecture on C# programming, and in this video lecture, I'll go ahead and teach us about data types. Alright, so in computer programming, we have what is called memory locations, and for you to locate a memory to anything in computer, you have to tell computer the type of memory that should be assigned. Is that going to be for string data type? Is that going to be for integer, for float, or for boolean, or for character? So let's go ahead and look at a simple example that will help us to understand what you mean by assigning data types. So let's say we have, inside here, we have what is called string, and a string data type helps you to hold values like ways. Okay, let's say I have a string name and I want to hold something like I'll go ahead and say Peter. Alright, so press semicolon. Please don't ever fail to put a semicolon, okay? Now, what I am turning string got the computer is, first of all, create a location for string, and the name of this is name, alright? And assign the value Peter to this. So anytime I call name is going to bring Peter, alright? And it is always in double quotation mark. If you go ahead and remove this double quotation mark and put this to be in single quotation mark, you're going to run into a problem. Let's say Peter, and go ahead and put a semicolon at the end. So if you watch here, you can see that you have an error message, and that is a red dot right there, because this represents a character. And if you watch this pop up, it says structure system.char. Now go ahead and remove that, okay? And put this back to Peter and put a semicolon at the end. So for everything you do, remember to put semicolon at the end. Now I want to look at another memory, and I want to say int age. Okay, maybe age equal to 12 and put a semicolon. So here you don't need anything like a quotation mark. All you need to do is to go ahead and allocate a memory, an integer memory for this, and you're going to assign it a variable age. So remember, the name and the age are variable types, okay? And we're allocating the kind of memory we're allocating is string and integer. So we have allocated that for name and age respectively. So the next one is, we have what is called float. So float is for decimals. So let's say I have a float number, and let number be equal to 5.6 and put a semicolon at the end. So 5.6, and now go ahead and put F at the back. So anytime I call number, it will go ahead and call 5.6. Okay, we have another one like double, and let's say double num is equal to 7.2 plus semicolon. Now, what is difference between double and the float? The difference is that the double has larger memory size. So whenever you tell the computer that you want to use a double, it means that you're expecting a very large memory size. And in most of the programs you're going to write as a professional C# developer, I would advise you to always use double. So even if you want integer variables, I'll go ahead and ask you to use double for that, because you don't know what your user is going to insert. And double can help you to hold a very large value. But integer and float, so whenever you call that, they hold just little. Okay? So for the integer, it's just only 32-bit. Okay? And for float, it's always just 32-bit. You can go on Google and check out the sizes of integer, float, and double, and the strings. Okay. The next one is a character. So for character, you use what is called char. Let's say char name D is equal to here you're going to use single quotation mark, maybe it just hold one character. For semicolon, maybe A, B, C, D. If you insert more than one character, just take out A and B. You're gonna get an error. Can you see an error right down here? Because it's meant to check just one, maybe A, B, can you see D is gone, or C, or D, and this can be uppercase or lowercase, anyone. It must be just one character and none, alright? So we have the next one, we call the boolean. So for you to call boolean, use boo. Alright, so let's boo. It give it a name, maybe boo hi is equal to true. So this text, it has true or false value. Okay? It takes only true or false value. Is it that it is true or it is false? Go ahead and say maybe false. So it is either true or it is false. Apart from this, nothing is going to happen. Alright? Now let's go ahead and say maybe console dot write line, and then go ahead and print out all these. So let's go ahead and say name plus age, name plus age plus number plus known plus named plus hi. Go ahead and put semicolon at the end. And for also read line, go ahead and say read only. Or read key, not read only. So remember to put console, let's say console dot read key. So we can be able to see that. Go ahead and put semicolon at the end, and if I run this, it's going to print out all these, alright? So it's going to print out everything without a space. So you can see I have Pita 12, 5.6, 7.2, 4, and so on. Alright, so you might ask me how can you be able to use this? As move down into this lecture, you're going to learn how to use all these, alright? Maybe go ahead and close this. Let's say remove everything right here, and I'll go ahead and write a simple code. Maybe I'll go ahead and say int x is equal to 6 and plus semicolon, and int y equal to 13 plus semicolon, and let z be equal to, let's say, float z be equal to x plus y plus semicolon at the end. Now let's go ahead and call z right in there. Console.writeLine and put the value of z right in there. Now if I go ahead and run this code, it's going to add a value of 6 and 13 right there. Go ahead and run this code. Let's check it out. Oh, I mean 19, I'm not 13. So 6 plus 13, and that is 19. So in that way, after this system, that please allocate a memory for integer variable of x and integer variable of y, and then allocate a memory for float variable of z. And anytime I call that, please go ahead and give me the value of z. Alright, so that is what it does here. Now you can be able to do that for any one of them. Okay, anything you want, go ahead and do that. Let's say, I'll go ahead and say bowling, boo you equal to false. Boo you equal to false and plus semicolon. So if I go right in here and say you, alright, it's going to print out false. Run this code and check it out. False, can you see that? It should print out false. So this is how it works. So data types helps us to allocate a particular type of memory for our programs anytime it is being called. So for the variable that we want to use, it has to be a certain type of variable of any type. It's going to be either an integer type, a string, a float, a double, a character, or a boolean. Alright, so all the variables are going to allocate memory for must have its particular type you're doing that for. So put this in your mind that X, Y, Z, U are all variables and have different data types. So I believe data types is known, and you can now be able to allocate different data types, different variables of different data types in your own programs, and it's going to work out fine. But if you have any question on that this, or it is not clear to you, please go ahead and use the question and answer section, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture.